Oh, morena whānau. Happy Anzac Day. Here we are, just going to head on up. My boys going to come join me. They heard me, mama up early. So that's good, get them nice and warm, and yeah, we'll go see the sunrise. Come on guys, come on Lakin, get your blanket. But otherwise, just wishing everyone else you know, great Anzac Day, and do remember, take this time to remember. Come on, son. Here we are, heading on out. Got to make sure. Got the coffee. Kids are warm.
Kiwi.
And that's us rolling out. Let's go. Oh, here we are. Just a few houses up from our whare. Kids there. Nice and warm. And just. Oh, she look amazing. Look at those colours. It's beautiful. Here is the xoxo, smoking CBD. So you do take this time, Barnett. Sit back and time to reflect, and that looks better. That's a better colour. It's time to reflect on all those that sacrificed their lives to allow us to lead these lives we lead now. Say good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Latinia. Say Latinia.
You stinky.
Hey! Latinia? Is your name Stinky?
You
My name is Latinia.
stinky.
Hey! Latinia? Mary?
Stinky.
Mary?
You
Denise?
stinky.
Chase?
Stinky.
Hey! Oh, you happy mama? Oh,
We're adding chocolates to our Anzac cookies. Naughty.
Oh, yucky. Not helping. Why are you not helping?
It's like kissing.
How come you're not helping? Hey?
He's not kissing you. No, I
Bloody-
don't want to. What you do?
Here are our kids. Made their little poppies with mama. So that's good. Just stick it up there again. Just to, you know, show signs of respect. It's a good little project there. Here's my failed shape. Supposed to be some poppies. A couple of crosses for the kids. Heart for my baby. A few more here. But all good. The thought is there. That's what matters. Oh, kia ora whānau. Here we are, getting our kids out and about for the day. Their daily exercise. And also finishing off their little scavenger hunt. So, still collecting a few things for their school projects. Alright. And Mama is doing her 5k run challenge, which is pretty intense because we've got this pretty steep hill, and it goes all the way up to the top of our road.
Go shopping.
Probably easily say it could be
And
a
Dad.
10k run.
And Dad. And guys, and Daddy is going after Mummy.
Found him a little flat rock.
And I'm going to put mine.
Gotta look for one, Lakin. Levante.
One.
Oh, good stuff.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good one.
See, it's this one.
Well
here.
done.
Let's see.
Come on, let's go down. When my mum's past, we say, go mama.
You want a kiss?
Mama, go mama, go mama.
Go, Mummy.
Don't cheat, don't cheat. All the way, all the way.
All the way. All the way.
Let's go.
Let's go. Daddy. Where's mine? This one was mine.
Well done, my baby. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Well done, darling. Collecting yours. You guys got yours?
Yeah.
Got yours, Lakin?
Yeah, and look at mine. I got pink. No one got
Yeah.
Everyone's got pink.
Just jamming that in there.
Look, I got
Okay.
the big pink. Guys, this is the
Shut,
big one.
ladybird.
And guys, look. This
Keep pushing yourself, whānau. Keep motivated. You know, one way to keep our sanity. Keep spiritually, mentally, physically strong, whānau. That's how we do it. It burns out all that negativeness. So lets our true self shine. Yeah, love to all. Enjoy your Anzac Day. So here we are. I'm just going to do a bit of a summary on my koro. Allen Boyle, Australian descent, and he actually served the Australian Navy in the submarines, and he actually lied about his age. He actually went in when he was 16, and by the time they found out his real age, by then it was too late. He was of age by then, but he worked his way up the ranks and became a lieutenant of the submarines. So he pretty much here. Back then, you know, this photo was taken in March 1962. So you're talking a good, what's that? 62, 48. So we're talking 1962, which is pretty much 58 years ago. You weren't allowed to have any photos or footage, or photos. But again, here he is. Obviously it would have been after the war, no doubt in the harbour, safe harbour. But yeah, he just a brief about him is that, you know, once he actually so he was in charge, being the lieutenant of the submarine. He pretty much ran the guys on the submarine. Obviously you've got your captain who would give the main orders, and then he would give it out to each individual person, set their tasks and goals and everything else. So he was a people person, but at the same time, you know, he was able to kind of explain things. And here, you know, obviously we spent a lot of time, and these were the stages that I remember, you know, growing up with my koro. But yeah, I'm just very fortunate and lucky, you know. You know, when he came to New Zealand, there wasn't actually a rank high enough. So he actually, they created a special job for him here within the army, to be like a special guard and to check over all the vehicles coming back to our country. And then he moved on to being a St. John's ambulance driver. And then, yeah, he moved on to creating and help setting up the civil defence for Red Cross. And then he went on to working for General Motors, Todd Motors, and he was the main union rep. So he founded, you know, represented the motor industry for everyone. And yeah, he was the face of the union for all the people. So he was a bit of a people's person, you know, with the big corporates. And he was, you know, obviously take all the concerns to the big guns and, yeah, just ensure that, you know, safety. So one main thing was, as my dad was telling me, that I think it was like a lot of the paints and that involved in the vehicles, a lot of them didn't have any gloves or any safety equipment, so things like that. So that was probably his biggest protest, is ensuring the safety for all the people, which again, they never hesitated. Within half a day of him protesting, they pretty much, you know, by all means came to the party and just made sure. So yeah, that was definitely just a little insight into my koro, what type of person he was. My dad does say that, you know, I do remind him, I remind my father of his dad. So yeah, so that's beautiful. So rest in peace, koro. Yeah, just thank you for everything you've done for our countries and all those others, past and present. Rest in peace. May we remember you all. Now moving on to my nana. This is Mary Boyle. So yeah, just a bit about my nan. She actually served in the New Zealand Ministry of Defence, and she actually started off as a cleaner, working in corridors to even the basement, and then she literally worked her way up the ranks. She became a tea lady, pushing the trolley, dishes, serving everyone tea. Then going on to admin and doing all the archive works and filing, creating the systems. And then she eventually moved on to being supervisor of the classified information, and she had that role for 20 years. So again, that's a pretty high role, classified information. You know, she knew all the ins and outs. So you could imagine how my nan and granddad would fight a bit. Here he is, working for the unions, standing up for the people, and here's my nan kind of hiding all the secrets to the government. But you know, my nan was such a staunch, tough woman. I definitely see a lot of her traits within our daughter. Very motherly. You know, here she is at a rest home, and she was feeding people. You know, she was helping others by feeding them, and she could hardly feed herself, but that's just how strong my nan was. I was fortunate that she actually raised me until I was about a teenager, and then once I actually met my Māori side. But you know, she definitely taught me all the values in life. You know, and yeah, just very grateful to have these strong people or influences, and now to even, you know, just cherish them and yeah, continue continue their name and honour.
Share this story.
Yeah, and also share their story. So that's a bit about them. And here, also with my nan, is that this is what I've been given. So these are all these little alcohol bottles that we've got. You know, and these are all through, you know, the likes of Italy, France, Holland, just all parts of the world. So as you can imagine, how many she did travel, again, you know, for her role of being a supervisor. You know, obviously it involved a lot of travelling, but, you know, it's just incredible, these. I remember them. So again, we're going to kind of tidy them up with the kids and, yeah.
Get their story, where they're from.
Yeah, and just, yeah. Some are original things that are easily known, but some of these are just handcrafted bottles that you just can't get nowadays. But again, you know, it's all priceless. It's, you know, it's just beautiful. And then moving on, I've also got her plates. So here we go. She also collected plates. Siamese cats were her thing. She had a couple of those as we were growing up, and also chihuahuas. Oh, she always had chihuahuas. Feisty little things. But yeah, these are the type of plates and stuff that, you know, my nan collected over the years, so it's good that I can hold on to this. And I think this is like a Jim Beam bottle. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, but these are the beautiful things my nan had. So yeah, thanks again for listening. Just a bit of a brief, you know, in remembrance. Oh, kia ora whānau, family, friends. Here we are again at the time of night. But yeah, I just, you know, hope everyone had a great Anzac Day. You know, it was beautiful weather here in Tamaki Makaurau and most parts of Aotearoa in New Zealand. So yeah, I just, you know, I was fortunate that we got up quite early again for the dawn raid, and, you know, kind of tautoko or support, you know, from our bubbles. We ended up going up a couple of houses up from our house, just kind of on the street to see a better view of, you know, the sunrise. You know, it was good. You know, my kids came along, my boys, you know, and just have my wife up as well that early, and us just to kind of reflect on things, and, you know, end up talking to my dad, and, you know, having a good discussion on just a better insight, I guess, into his mother and father, my grandfather and Nana, as they're both you know, were heavily involved in the forces. You know, my grandfather, he being a lieutenant of the submarines for Australia, and then also my nan, you know, working from ground up to be, you know, to looking after the classified supervisor. She was a supervisor for the classified information, you know, for the Ministry of Defence. So, you know, yeah, and also it's good to kind of get a better understanding of that. I definitely see a lot of my traits within them. So it was good. It was good just to kind of have that time to reflect. But otherwise, you know, I'll be quite brief. But you know, this is the 25th of April. Again, this is our 33rd day of me and my whānau being in our ISO bubble. We've had 5 new cases reported here today in Aotearoa. That brings, we've actually got 7 people hospitalised, 1 person in ICU, and sad to say there was another death. So that brings our grand total to 18. Again, just thoughts and prayers going out to the whānau affected, and, you know, wish them all the best in this hard time. But otherwise, you know, it was just great to see, you know, many support the Anzac Day, you know, the remembrance from their driveways or areas close to home, you know, and still being in their bubbles. You know, it was great to see that, you know, everyone had, I guess, this time. Again, it just shows you how busy we all can get. When finally you get time to kind of really absorb and reflect and, you know, digest things. It was good that a lot of people throughout all of New Zealand just made huge efforts. So, you know, it's, again, you know, at this hard time, it's showing that we're still uniting, we're still caring, still loving. And again, you know, just the mad respect to all those past and present, excuse me, and, you know, past and present in regards to, you know, the wars and everything else that they have done, sacrifice to allow us to be where we are now. And, you know, yeah, it's just definitely something to always be grateful for. But yeah, otherwise that's it for me. I just, yeah, hope everyone again had a great day, made the most of it. But again, just always continue to share that love. You know, it's key. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. And again, it's good to see everyone actually starting to wave. You know, everyone was quite tunnel vision now, but I guess within these 3 to 4 weeks, everyone's starting to kind of, I don't know, listen to reaction, or they're getting sick of their own bubbles. But yeah, it's actually good to see, you know, everyone now starting to wave a bit more, or just chat, you know. So yeah, but otherwise, I know a lot of people out there still in the struggle, still in the grind. You know, again, just find a way to kind of burn your energy, I guess, or just be able to create some space for the others in your bubble. Again, because, you know, it is hard. You know, tempers are gonna, you know, fly. You are gonna get heated. It's just the nature of the fact of, you know, you will be kind of confined to a space. So yeah, just wishing everyone with the best of that. But otherwise, thanks again for listening. Otherwise, yeah, have a great night, and again, we'll see you for day 34. Yeah, Take care. Awesome. And share the love, y'all. Pumari.